check this out. Yesterday we talked about chapter 9, Matthew, verse 9. Matthew chapter 9, verse 9. It started with the event where Jesus strolling down the street. He saw Matthew sitting there hanging out, and he says, "Matthew, follow me." Now for Matthew, that's an incredible experience. It's not usual, or almost never, for a rabbi to call someone to follow him. In order to follow a rabbi in those days, you have to be the best of the best. Now, you would have to memorize the first 5 books of the Bible. The rabbi would then in return drill you and say, "Do you know about this? Do you know about that?" And if you can answer all the questions, then you have the privilege to follow the rabbi. So for Matthew, you don't have to be best of the best. You don't have to memorize the entire Bible. You don't have to know it all. You don't have to clean yourself up to follow Jesus. To follow Jesus, you just need to answer his call. So Jesus called Matthew and said, "Hey, follow me." So Matthew immediately got up and followed Jesus. On top of that, he invited Jesus over his house to hang out. And what did Jesus do? He did. He went over to Matthew's house and hang out and had dinner together. And the notorious of sinners were there as well. Now, I read a book once that says, church growth starts in your living room. And I'm a firm believer in relationships. It's all about relationships. You can't bring someone to Christ unless you get to know them, walk in their shoes, know who they are, learn where they come from, why do they talk the way they think they do, why do they act the way they do. Get to know who they are as a person, rather than standing off like some of the Pharisees when Jesus was hanging out at Matthew's house. They were standing there and they said, "Why is Jesus hanging out with them? He's so much better, I thought. He's so much perfect." Well, the reality is, Jesus says, it is not the well who needs a doctor, but it's the sick that needed a doctor. What he meant by that is, it is not the righteous people who needs to be saved. It is the unrighteous people. They're the ones that need love the most. They're the ones that need to hear the gospel the most. We did this game where you walk through a maze and you're blindfolded. And I want you guys to get that. There's a lot of blindfolded people out there. And it's waiting for you to give a little voice that said, "Walk this way, turn right, turn left." And Jesus calling you to follow him. And in return, you go and call other people to follow Jesus. Alright, that's all the lesson we did yesterday. Read Matthew chapter 9, verse 9. I'll see you guys next time at Breakthrough. Peace.